Also something that I noticed and people complain, let's say, is actually here the rear camera. It opens, check it out here. Obviously we'll have an easier way to survive the crash, so, and I can sacrifice the electric seats just to sit as low as possible. Also something what is in the car is actually special system for the net, so you can have hook here. Check it out. If you have only car, the black is the choice which you will not regret in terms of the keeping the car as clean and as good as possible. It's a great result. You cannot achieve this with the CLA, forget about it. Downside is the missing of the tablet. A really great position. I feel like I'm in a cockpit of a performance car. Many people put phone on the suction cup, but then it blocks your view. It's also illegal. The glass is tinted. You have also sunshade if it's too sunny. Also for the facelift we have now the feature tap here to prevent the vehicle from switching off automatically. I could not believe how high it was. It was so high that manual box was also great. Not as good as some other cars, but it was pretty good. Hello guys, Ivan here and welcome to new video. Today we'll go and take a look at the Mercedes-AMG A35. For those of you who are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoyed this episode. I will show you the exterior interior, I will tell you my impressions. Let's take a look at the exterior first, then interior. I already filmed the infotainment system, like a full in-depth review, 1 hour long. So if you want, you can check that out. So here we have the polar white paint, which is a non-metallic white. Also there is a new for the facelift grille, so the so-called Panamericana grille, or now called the AMG specific grille. This one is now present for the facelift. Also there is a new front bumper. This one is same as Mercedes-Benz cars, but what is not the same is the possibility to get the aerodynamic package which this car has. So you can see these flicks, for example, these ones, and also here, which extends to the front. Here is like a disconnected, check it out. This one and this one are part of the aero package. Also the wing, which is like a huge thing on this, which you can notice like for sure. And also these flicks here, also part of the aero package, and in the back I will show you more. So I really like the A-Class. I started with A180 diesel, 1.5 liter diesel engine, which is not made anymore. Now 180D is a 2.0 liter Mercedes-Benz engine. Before it was a 1.5 liter cooperation with the Renault. Also actually great engine, so that was really great engine for sure. Then for a longer period I had A220, which is also produced now, but I had only front wheel drive version, which was produced for like 1.5 years or so, not longer. Now it's only produced as a 4MATIC version, the A220 4MATIC. Also fantastic version, 2.0 liter, 190 horsepower. Also love that version. But here we are with the entry AMG. This is the AMG which has the lowest price tag, but not the lowest emotions. This has a lot of emotions. It's a lot of fun to actually drive this car, and it's so much fun that I would say it's even more fun than many SUVs like GLE 53 and many SUVs, because you are lowered to the ground as low as possible in the hatchback. This can be bought also as a sedan, and if you don't have this in your country, don't cry, because you have CLA 35, which I also drove last year as well. And I also did a comparison with the CLA 35 and A35 on the channel, like a long comparison that's also there. But in short, CLA 35 is more comfortable, it's a little bit larger, also tires are larger, it's wider, the same as A45S. And also it has bigger boot, so there are many advantages of that car. It's a grown-up hot hatch, we can say, the CLA 35. But this one is not a grown-up, it's still fun and playful. And many people in the US want to have this car, but sadly it's not available there. So either CLA 35 or the GLA. Personally I would go with the CLA because it's closer in the nature, lower sitting position than the GLA 35, but also GLA 35 is not even that big, it's a little bit more lifted up. So yeah, that's about it. Also here we have new design of the LED lamps. A new projector also for the multi-beam LEDs. As you can see, multi-beam LED. So this whole projector is new. So this projector here is new. It's from the E-Class pre-facelift W213. So much more segments than on the pre-facelift of the A-Class. You can definitely see that during night time. So definitely a fantastic car for the night drive. And look at this, it almost looks like A45S thanks to the AMG grille. And also I would say the front bumper is now more aggressive than before. These openings, they are closed of course, because you don't need this. You have air curtains, but sort of it looks like a deeper sort of really great design in my opinion. So really great. Also what is new on the facelift are power domes on the hood. Previously only on the A45S or CLA 35, 45. So now also for the A-Class looks much more sharp, really great. Panoramic sunroof here, you can also open it and look at this from many angles. This looks so sporty, so performance-y, so luxurious, everything essentially. It's like a full package, but in its behavior it's a true performance vehicle. It's not like 45S, but it's not that far away, I would say, either. So definitely you can feel that this is much more performance-y, if even that is a word, more performance-y than the, let's say, A250 or A220. Completely the suspension, the everything you can feel it's much more potent, let's say. So now let's take a look at from the rear. Also we have a night package 1. We don't have the night package 2, so the grille is actually in chrome. It can be in dark chrome if you want, and also the badges are in chrome. They can be blacked out as well. The wheels we have it on, so the wheels we have on the 18-inch. You can also get 19-inch, but I think these are better for the comfort, and I really like the design of these much more than on the Mercedes-Benz versions, the 18 inches. So you have this sort of aero design, but it reminds me actually Project One wheels, this sort of aero rim with these sort of openings there. So really nice. Also AMG logo here embossed. Red brake calipers, really great design. These are actually Michelin Pilot Alpine 5 MO1, so Mercedes-AMG compound. These are, I would say, the best winter tires which I actually had in my life. They are not loud like some other brands, so it looks very slick. Also here from the side, the aero package I would say is not the must-have, but really if you want to have something what differentiate this from the Mercedes-Benz cars, definitely go for that. But if you want a little bit more sleeper car, why not go for the version without the aero package. Not that big of a deal in my opinion. Wing looks absolutely fantastic here. It's not small, it's not huge, it's just the right amount, I would say. You can get much more, like a bigger wings. It's noticeable, it's there, but it's not like humongous, okay? So it's still lower than the top of the roof. Check it out, here is like a top, and this is like a lower. So it's from the front, it's not even that visible. If you're looking from the front, if you're standing, okay, I'm a little bit taller than most of the people, I can see a little bit there. But if you're like a shorter person, let's say, this is like shorter person view, you cannot see it at all. So from the side you can see peeking a little bit. So yeah, I'm already taking too much time for the exterior, sorry about that, but I'm really excited about this. The tire size is the same on all cars, on all wheels, to 35, 40, 18 inch. So for the 19 inch is 35, 35 are 19, so the benefit of the wider tires is not there for the 19 inch, so might as well get the 18 inch for that, of course. So looking at this from the back, of course, with the wing, it's much more sharp, much more out there. So without that, it's more calm down, we can say. The facelift has this more of sort of simplified design of the LEDs. You can see it there and also there. The exhaust tips are blacked out with the night package. The blade here is part of the night package, this one. So for the diffuser we have 4 fins, and this blade underneath, that's part of the aero package. AMG on the left side, A35 on the right side. and overall it looks very stunning. Let's check out here. We have also the AMG fuel cap, really great detail, and E5, E10, even E25 is ready. 98 or 95 is also possible. For the best result, 98. So what do you think about this? Let me know in the comment section down below. So we have also like small details, new AFFALTERBACH badge. Also we have the radar underneath the Mercedes grille. Underneath the Mercedes-Benz badge we have the radar for the cruise control, also 2 cameras. I have a friend with A45S facelift, and he told me that this car is actually better deal than his car in terms of the price and what you get for the price. And also the consumption, he was shocked how much more his A45S consumes fuel than these cars. Let's go and take a look at the boot. So the boot is the same as with the let's say the pre-facelift. We have small difference. This is like a matte, rubber mat, and here we have this sort of bumps here, so this is not fully matching, but it's not a big deal for me. Alright, and this is the boot, so 360 liters cubic feet, you can see on the screen. Is the same as the pre-facelift, is like about 100 liters less than the CLA. CLA is mainly longer for the length, and also you cannot open like a hatch, the CLA, so if you have something in the bag you need to like lean there. This is super easy access. Even for the bag you can have something here, you can easily access something what is in the bag. You can take it, you can leave the things here in front which you have, and also you can put something here on this shelf. And fold the seats 40, 20, 40, so you can fold only the middle one here, and then you can actually have like a skis, maybe golf bag if you play golf, and just a great utility for anything. You can go to like IKEA, have something longer here. You can also have the tow bar here if you want. I don't really actually use tow bar, so for me it's not a big deal. One thing what I would really like to see here, what the rivals have, like the A3, is here the button for just press and it will close smoothly. With this one you need to like close it like with your force. It's not difficult, it's not that big of a deal, but it would be nice for it to have the button here, so it's manual. But maybe the benefit is that it cannot break, so something to look forward in the grand scheme of things. Also what is great, if you want to close it with right hand, it's possible. If you want with left hand, it's also possible. So that's what I like about it. Also something what I noticed and people complain, let's say, is actually here the rear camera. It opens, check it out here, it opens like before, so it will open this, and that's for the 360, but it's also here for the facelift, it's for the pre-save system. So if you are driving slowly, like let's say 30 kilometers, 20 miles and slower, and you slow down like the junction or roundabout, it will open the camera cover, it will pop out the camera. Why? Because it needs to check what is behind the car, what is happening. If someone would rear-end you, so if someone would rear-end you, it can actually deploy the pre-save system, which you can see here. So it would tighten the seat belt, it would play like a white noise, and everything would be more ready for you for the crash, and obviously will have an easier way to survive the crash. So yeah, just the opening of this camera is louder. Some people don't care. I got actually used to this, so I don't mind personally. I actually don't even like think about it when it happens, but at first you might think like, what is this opening of the camera cover, it's too loud, whatever. But after like some time you will get used to this, and now I don't even like notice that. So for me it's not even it's not a big deal at all. So yeah, it's for the safety, so that's it. Also 360 guard, there's the security system, and look at this, the facelift version now with the new performance steering wheel in Napa leather, this one. And also we have Burmester surround sound system. You have place for a large water bottle. In Europe you have seats which are heated, also can be ventilated. These are the sport seats, beautiful with the integrated headrest. You can get the performance seats, but I would say the performance seats are stiffer. Also, not on I can survive the back, but for the bottom, it's, I would say, stiff for me. So after like let's say 40 minutes, my bottom would be like let's say complaining that it is too stiff. Otherwise, yeah, it's fine for me. Even the performance seats, if these would be softer for performance seats, I would get it, but I couldn't do it with the performance seats. It's not like a catastrophic level, but it is a level in which I would take this over the performance seats. Red seat belts, beautifully complementing the red brake calipers. Really nice. And also I like this trim. Let's go from this side. The AMG trim is like 200 euro or so. Really not expensive, maybe 300, but not expensive. And you get this beautiful trim with these AMG stripes, with the AMG logo. I think this looks so great. It's crazy. Some people exchange it by themselves. They buy it like for the third party and exchange. This is also possible. These vans inspired by the aviation. Now for the facelift, maybe you don't know, maybe you know, this black piece is now high gloss black. Before it was the same material like this sort of chrome design. So that's also something what changed with the facelift. And also this for the lower back, the support. Also this is now new and automatically with your car. This car has manual seats, not electric seats. Why? Because I found out if you have actually the manual seats, you are sitting lower to the ground, about 2-3 centimeters, maybe 4, like 1-2 inches lower to the ground. That's what I felt. So that's why I prefer the manual seats. Otherwise I enjoy to have electric seats, of course, but I like and love to sit as low as possible, and in this case I like to sit lower, and I can sacrifice the electric seats just to sit as low as possible. Also here is the fire extinguisher, so that is also possible to order, as well as nicely tucked here. Always you can use this new infotainment system, of course, which we checked previously in extremely full detail. And in terms of the rear seats, let's check it out. Also something what is in the car is actually special system for the net, so you can have hook here. Check it out. Special cargo net, but you need to order this from the factory. The hook is there. Check it out here on top. You have similar thing for the G-Class, so it's there. Also check out the speaker airbag. So that's something what you need to spec from the factory, this cargo net. Also in the back, I would say this is even more space than let's say in Taycan, or maybe the same like GT 4-door. Is not small, the rear space. So also for the headroom it's even more than in the GT 4-door because of the roof, sloping roofline. Also in the CLA the rear seats are have less headroom. Also the opening is like this much lower in the CLA, once again because of the design. So it is great for the utility for the rear passengers. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop inside. Let me know if you slam your feet so you don't transfer the dirt, so you don't put the dirt into the car. Alright, so I'm sitting behind myself. Okay, so maybe it's the same like in GT 4-door, but you have to consider this is 2 tiers lower than the GT 4-door, and I'm sitting here comfortably. I would see I'm sitting essentially behind myself. This is manual seat, so it's not moving, and you can see I have this much space. Okay, maybe this is 1 inch, like 2-3 centimeters, but I don't sit like this unless we have 3 people here. I would sit like this, okay, so comfortably. If we have 2 people on board, I would sit comfortably like this. Here against this piece, the handle, it's comfortable here, and here is nothing, so it's I would say good space here. And also I can tuck my feet under the seat. The seat is now as low as possible for my driving position. And here is how the front looks from the rear. Let me know what you think. Also we have Isofix for kit seats, and we have also here the armrest. This is now also in the base version of the A35. Before, if you had the pre-facelift, you would need to have higher tier of the equipment to get this. Also, these cup holders adjustable. Really great for comfort for two arms. So I truly enjoy. The material actually here is synthetic leather, the Artico leather, but I have to tell you, this is so good quality. It's I had it in my first A-Class, in my second, and in this third A-Class I have the same interior, and I absolutely find this fantastic. This is like a microfiber. It was called the Dynamica, now it's called, I believe, the Microcut. It's a microfiber material, really great. It's much better, I would say, than the leather. Also, my friend, which has a full leather, full Artico leather, he told me that this is better because it's not so cold in the winter and it's not so hot in the summer like the full leather. So with the full leather you for sure need ventilated seats. Also with the facelift you can now get these exact materials, but in the Bahia brown, I believe it's called. It's the brown version of this interior. Let me know if you would go for the brown version. I want to film this, the brown version. Personally, I like the black more than the brown, but also I really like that they introduced the brown version. What I would get is the light, maybe light gray, with the same materials, not the brown, but like a light gray, like a Niva gray. If it would be available, I would probably go for the Niva gray, this and Niva gray, once again the microfiber. But of course, for the keeping the car clean and this sort of stuff, this is the best, the black interior. If you have only car, the black is the choice, which you will not regret in terms of the keeping the car as clean and as good as possible. Alright guys, so here in the back of the A-Class, I want to say CLA, but this is A-Class, and look how much space do we have here. This is about, it's solid 8, maybe even 10 centimeters. That's so much space. You cannot find this much space in CLA. In CLA you would have like this much, like 1 inch 2 centimeter with my height, and I'm 185 centimeters, 6 feet and 1 inch. So I'm not super tall, I'm not super short. I'm like average height here, and maybe a little bit more than the average, but not like a basketball player. There are many people which are taller than me, and even they can sit here, which is a fantastic success for the A-Class. So really fantastic in terms of the headroom. And we have also the sunroof, but you can see the sunroof is now at angle, but the sunroof is here at the angle. Sunroof is at the angle here, so you have much more headroom. And for my arm, I can have it here. You can hold the rear door card here in the handle, and I have a great visibility. I can see forward. Very great rear section. So really great section here. I truly enjoy to sit in the back of the A-Class, even though I personally don't often sit here, but when I sit here I'm really happy to sit here. And yeah, such a great place to be. If some people tell you that it is not enough space, maybe they are used to just a bigger car, that's fine. And with the C-Class, for example, you would get more space, not like amazingly more, but you would get few centimeters more. So yeah, just wanted to mention this, if this is extremely important for you. But if I can fit here, then I think this is great. And even taller people than me, as you can see, they would also have like a longer legs, of course, if they are taller. But I would say, so maybe 6 feet and 2 inches, maybe 6 feet 3 inches would be like a limit for the legs, for the height as well. So I would say that would be like a limit for people in the back, which is, considering this is a hatchback, not a huge car, it's a great result. You cannot achieve this with the CLA, forget about it. So yeah, that's actually the, actually I just discovered I have here the umbrella, which is great. I forgot about it, but it's good to have, of course. Also, let's talk about the middle tunnel here. You could have AC vents here if you would have the higher tier package, but I don't personally need that. and you have also the USB-C port. You could have more ports if you need, but for me this is okay. And yeah, that's essentially it. And you can see from the rear Burmester there, speaker, and once again, really great thing. One downside is the missing of the tablet. For me personally, I'm now used to this, to the touch screen, and for some people this could be maybe, like I've seen, problematic, but on other end I've seen how many people change their mind about the facelift in the, let's say, online groups, that it is not that important in the end. So it would be nice to have it here, but it's not deal breaker because everything else it's so much better. Also we have a kit safety lock that's normal for many cars, so I just wanted to mention this. Alright, so let's close the doors here. Sound is great in my opinion, similar to higher tier, higher class Mercedes, and a really great position. I feel like I'm in a cockpit of a performance car. I'm not sitting higher up with this without the electric seats. With the electric seats I would sit higher up. With these I sit nice and not super low, but I would say pretty low for the hatchback. And view is just crazy nice in this A35. You can see, can change the what is in the middle. If we go into first gear, you would see 1 there, and also if I shift like a 2, it's so nice infotainment, this one, that, and with this now it's in base configuration, the big display, and also these controls for the A35. It was not like this in the UK, for example. In Europe it was, you would need to pay extra for these controls, like 500. Also here I have a cup holder, a phone holder. You can get this from different brands. I'm not sponsored by this, but you can check. This is IoT. This is one which I bought and it was good. Maybe there are better ones, but I'm happy with this. It's like you put the phone here and then it snaps. It keeps the phone in good position, and the downside is you cannot use one cup holder, but for me this is what I like, to have the phone here, and it has good access, and I'm not blocking my view, because many people put phone on the suction cup, but then it blocks your view. It's also illegal in my country and in many Europe countries to have phone on the windshield, like on the suction cup. You can get it like here, but also it's blocking your view. So if the officer is like really nitpicking, this can be a problem, but here is not a problem. And also I have it here for, like, I have this or I had this in my old car, I would say for like solid 3-4 years I have it, and I'm happy with this. There is also USB-C port on the inside of this storage space. There is also a possibility, but I like to have it here, so it's always, I can take it when I park, when I enter the car, I can just put it here and have it here. So that's up to you. Some people want to see how it works, the sunroof, so let's show it. This is the small gap which you can have as ventilation, and now you can open it fully. The glass is tinted. You have also sunshade if it's too sunny. So check out from the outside. Also for the facelift we have now the feature tab here to prevent the vehicle from switching off automatically. Otherwise it would turn off in 20 minutes the engine. So that's likely because of some regulations, I think, to keep the environment clean, let's say, so you don't idle for no reason. So this is how it looks, the sunroof. I really like it. Yeah, it looks really great, and the thing that you can open for the fresh air. How often do I open it? Not that often, to be honest. Now it already shows 19 minutes, so if you want to disable that you can do that as well. In terms of the sitting position, I really enjoy this. For example, when I was shopping for the first A-Class, I was also considering the Hyundai or Honda in Korean, I believe. the Hyundai, we call it Hyundai or Hyundai, essentially the i30N, which is the like N version, the more powerful performance version. In the US this is called, I believe, the Elantra N, but in Europe it's like a hatchback. Now it's not even manufactured anymore, which is a very sad thing, I think, personally, because I think it's a good car for a good price, or let's say it was. In the US it still is, and I think it's still even in production, but I think for the Australia, the i30N. So I'm not sure why it's not in production anymore for Europe. That's the very sad thing, but yeah. What I want to tell you with this car is, when I was sitting in the i30N, immediately what I felt, back then I had different car, not the Mercedes, I was like, how high is the seating position? I could not believe how high it was. It was so high that it made me, the decision was that I'm not going to buy this car because it's so high up. I think some people can lower it, or maybe they lower it with the facelift a little bit, but I still think it's too high. I didn't try the facelift, but I think it's still high, because many people tell that they didn't lower it enough. So for me this is really great to have the lower seating position, especially in this. In SUV I find like to sit higher up, but in this hatchback style car I want to see low. So as low as possible, of course, to have good visibility, but because I'm a taller person, so not like, once again, not super tall, but I cannot see. I had so close my head to the like headliner in the i30N that the decision was I cannot get this because of this reason. Otherwise, it's a fantastic car with the sound, driving, manual box was also great. Not as good as some other cars, but it was pretty good. And also the infotainment, it was really good, I would say. Also the suspension was like too stiff, so that's why I like this car, because the sitting position is just fantastic. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Let me know what you think about the A35 AMG in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this episode, give this video a like, subscribe for more, and I will see you soon in the next video. Have a wonderful day.